fastest growing economies of the world. It is the need of the hour to develop creative and innovative solutions for social and economic development of the country through grassroots innovations, sharing of experiences, and developing new models of inclusive growth. Keeping this in mind, the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration organized the Innovation Conference on 8th and 9th May 2017 at Mussoorie. The conference witnessed participation of innovators from diverse fields including administrators, development activists, and social entrepreneurs. The 5 themes for the conference included health and nutrition, water and sanitation, education, livelihood security, and leveraging technology in public service delivery. The conference began with a keynote address by Professor Anil Gupta, a visiting professor at IIM Ahmedabad and the founder of Honeybee Network, an organization that works with grassroots innovators around the country.
Children are not just sink of sermons, ye karo, wo karo, aisa karo. All the time when you were a child, you would have remembered every time elders are really telling what we should do or what we should not do, rather than listening to us as to what we want to do. So can they be source of ideas that can sink or something? Look at this. Class 8 girl from Patna saw her grandfather not being able to climb the stairs with a walker. My wife Sarna used a walker because she's not able to balance. But the walker for such a long time did not have any flexibility. She just had to make 2-line notes. She didn't make anything. In the National Innovation Foundation, we have a fab lab. Our engineers made this walker. When you climb down, the front leg becomes taller, longer. When you climb up, they become shorter. This is the world's first flexible walker. It's a universal design. It will work in America, it will work in Europe, it will work in India. It's extremely affordable. $50. Inside out means I want to share my innovation with outsiders. Outsider means I want to learn from outside. Those who don't want to do either of the thing are ostrich. Those who want to take but don't share are sponges. Those who want to share but not to seek are pollinator. Tesla shared all its patents for electrical cars openly, so that other people can make cars and more charging stations can come. They are the pollinator. And those who do both are DBD. Dil bada, dimag bada. And I wish all of you will have bahut bada dil, bahut bada dimag. Thank you.
On health and nutrition witnessed highly accomplished speakers including Dr. R.D. Ravindran, who adopted the McDonald's management style to provide affordable eye care, Dr. Mridula Sinha, who improved nutrition in Jharkhand through behavioral change in nutrition management, Shri B.V. Sivramakrishna, the CEO of IKP Trust, working on non-communicable diseases in rural areas through mobile clinics, and finally, Shri Vinit Chaudhary and Professor Padma from AIMS, who leveraged technology to provide swift response to stroke patients through the Telestroke project in Himachal Pradesh.
It is ourselves we are helping. We truly try to follow these words. It's ourselves we are helping, it's ourselves we are taking. And in that respect, any work we do, if you do it from that perspective, I think we are the people who get the real advantage. The customer or the patient is only the secondary person.
6 months से 5 months का जिसका एज है, उसके अगर आपका हम उसको मेजर करते हैं, if the child उसके आपका green से वो yellow में आएगा, तो he is a black child for sure. It is a thing. If he comes to the red thing, he is a SAM child for sure, 11.5 cm. This is a world standard, international standard. So we thought that instead of breaking our head over how animal work is not taking the measurement, things can be together, procurement issue hai, 50 चीजें, why don't we go for this? So the first thing was reorienting the entire 8 lakh लोग हमारे होंगे, with more than that working in the front line, कि इसको कैसे हम use करें. We use a lot of publication material, and we have this. We have started measuring, and our sample, what we have taken, is totally matching the NFHS 4 data which is done. In my state, currently, the number of Bangladesh child.
Where I'm coming from. I come from an organization called IKP Trust,
which is broadly into two areas. We work on developing broad innovation systems, innovation ecosystems in general, with focus on healthcare life sciences, and an emerging focus on engineering hardware, particularly medical devices. That work is driven through three organizations. One of which is a R&D park, an incubator in Hyderabad for life sciences, for engineering hardware in Bangalore, and we also partner with governments and other donor agencies on managing grant challenges and grants management. We also have a very early stage fund that we focused, that's focused on IP-driven innovation, very early stage, where one of the key partners for us is Department of Science and Technology, Government. And the second part of the work is in healthcare, particularly primary healthcare, and an emerging focus for the last 2-3 years on chronic disease management, which is what I'm going to be focusing on right now. I'm not going to go into details in this. I'm sure all of you are very familiar with all the challenges that we face in the healthcare sector. The challenges.
6 July 2014, I think that's the time in years. None was a district hospital at that time, it's a medical college now. And without these on-site presence of a neurologist, we thrombolized the first patient in Himachal Pradesh. It's been very gratifying when an orthopedician who's on casualty duty in a remote hospital rings up and says, I think it's a stroke case. I'm sending you the WhatsApp image. Can you please tell me, should I proceed with the treatment or not? And Padma, or Dr. Rahul, or Dr. Sudhir from Shimla, or Dr. Amir from Kangra, they get back, yes, we do it. And we do it.
This program worked in Himachal only because he was at the helm of affairs and he had issued the whip. And I think that's the power that all of you have. Whether irrespective of what professions are working, whether we are technocrats, like we are able to provide professional advice. But for the administration to work, it is you guys who have you can issue the will, and if you have the will, you can make it happen. And I think you showed the way. Now, with it, in fact, we had tried to do this as part of
The session on water and sanitation included speakers from diverse fields, including Mr. Popatrao Pawar, Sarpanch Hivre Bazar, Ahmednagar, which is noted for its irrigation system and water conservation program, Mr. Anurag Tiwari, an IAS officer who revived the traditional water conservation structures in Bidar district of Karnataka, and Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, who has revolutionized water availability in Ladakh by creating artificial glaciers in the form of ice stupas.
समस्याग्रस्त एक तो दिल्ली की सरकार हो या राज्यों की सरकार हो, फॉरेन फंडिंग हो या कारपोरेट फंडिंग हो, लोकल सेक्टर हो या स्टेट सेक्टर हो, सबका मकसद ये है गांव का निर्माण करना, गांव को सेल्फ सफिशिएंट बनाना, पर्यावरण जो भी हमारा नेचर है उसको प्रोटेक्ट करना। लेकिन 68 इयर्स हम फ्लैग होस्ट कर रहे आजादी का, लेकिन समस्या कम नहीं हुई, समस्या बढ़ती गई। जो हरे भरे पहाड़ थे बैरन हो गए, सरफेस पानी पीते थे, जो सरफेस वाटर था वो 200 फीट नीचे चला गया। गांव तो सारा गंदगी ओडीएफ तो नहीं है, और सब कुछ करना है तो सरकार को ही करना है। गांव स्वच्छ करना है, पर्यावरण संतुलित करना है, पानीदार करना है, गरीबी हटानी है। लेकिन आज हम देख रहे हैं पूरे देश में इतना सारा कुछ करके 12 5-year प्लान भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर चुके हैं, लेकिन गरीबी कम नहीं हुई। भूख तो हट गई, लेकिन कुपोषण कम नहीं हुआ। और जो माइग्रेशन शुरू हुआ आज भी गांव से लेकर।
So in short, we have to find local answers. There is nothing called innovation. You go to the field, and innovation is nothing but listening to the people.
Mine is a story of not just water, but of engaging young people through education into finding solutions for their own context, real life solutions, engaging young minds to not just, read and memorize things, but to actually find solutions for problems, especially in the mountains. So through this pipe comes the water and a fountain gushes, and then slowly, as I said, a cone of ice is formed, something like this. On this side you see a section of the ice stupa, how it forms, the tunnel and the dome, And the dome is used for adding pipes, additional pipes as the istupa height grows. We are also working on, I might share here, is the dome there inside, right? Is also a prototype of a future ice restaurant and ice hotel. These can be big, large domes, and inside you could have an experience for visitors and tourists. Ice hotel.
The session on education noted participation from personalities like Dr. Shrikar Pardesi, who spearheaded the Copy Mukt Abhiyan in Nanded district of Maharashtra, Shri Pankaj Jain, who provides quality education through Gyan Shala by focusing on an individual child's capability, Ms. Swati Bedekar, working to increase the awareness regarding menstrual hygiene among girls, and Mr. Anand Kumar from the Super 30, guiding the underprivileged students to enter the IITs.
To conclude, water conservation through Vanrai Bandare, the One School One Vanrai Bandara concept, it was an innovative approach for practical exposure to community-led water conservation, because while the schools constructed 2000 bandaras, it motivated the other groups like Gram Seva, Krishi Sahayaks and others to come up with the bandara. If you make people dependent on the government help every time, then this will not be a sustainable intervention. This enthusiasm of children and the work they did motivated the entire community. Copy Mukti Abhiyan, learning from the elections, helped us in devising a foolproof strategy to control mass copy using available resources, and it improved the academic performance of a district which ranked 30th among the 35 districts in HDI. This was later on replicated in other districts of Marathwada and Vidarbha.
Rely more on the child, then less on the teacher. Second, simplify the role of the teacher in a manner that can be performed by majority of the people as they exist. You are not waiting for a teacher to exist. Third part, in education, we have this peculiar kind of situation where you deal in the real estate part, which is the building and facilities, with the education. They are two different. So these are the three things. And the fourth thing we understood that there is no solution which will be permanent, because requirement of the, though we are trying to find a universal solution, reality is that practice is contextually specific. Okay. Which essentially means that every contextual practice must be revised on one side in the light of what universal standards require and what the local practices can achieve. So continuously changing the, revising the curriculum and teacher training, every component of the system got the other.
The Gungar is still there, but it's kind of a different. This Gungar they love. We also love it. And for sustainability of any social enterprise, you have to keep on innovating. Earlier, we are earning. The units are earning money, but it's kind of small. And now more women from the village want to get involved in the activity. So we made disposable undergarments from the same cellulose material, which is getting popularity in the cities. Also adult diapers, because adult diapers is a costly commodity in our country, and well, poor people or elderly people also need, middle class families also need them at a very, so we are making an adult diaper only for 15 rupees, whereas the outside cost is 50 plus. Yeah, this is one happy moment I just would like to share with you.
एक तरफ हमारे देश में ऐसे स्कूल है जो 5 स्टार होटलों जैसे हैं, जिसमें अमीर के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, उनके पास सारी फैसिलिटी होती है। और आप अपने जिले में जाइएगा, ऐसे सरकारी स्कूल देखिएगा, टीचर नहीं आते हैं, वहां पर बेंच, डेस्क, कुर्सी, खिड़कियां, दरवाजे तक चोरी हो चुके हैं। आपको मुकाबला करना इन परिस्थितियों का, और आपको इस स्कूल को कैसे बेहतर बनाना है, ये सोचना होगा। खैर, हमारे पास आता है, अनूप पढ़ने लग जाता है, मेरा स्टूडेंट बनता है, 2 साल रात दिन एक करके मेहनत करता है, और जब रिजल्ट आता है तो अनूप और हमारा परिवार बहुत खुश था, क्योंकि इसका इतना बढ़िया रैंक था कि IIT बॉम्बे के लिए ये सिलेक्ट हो चुका है। 4 साल पढ़ाई के बाद
The session on livelihoods promotion and security started with a talk by Shri Hari Kishore, an IAS officer who is currently heading the Kudumshri program for women in Kerala, based on 3 components of credit, entrepreneurship and empowerment. Followed by Shri Madan Padaki, founder of Ruben Enterprises, focused on development of rural entrepreneurial ecosystem. And finally, Shri Manas Satpati from Pradhan, working to ensure livelihood security through community-based action at the ground level.
Whenever you have something in your district, think of self-help, think of women's self-help, and you can solve that problem. This is the first point which I would like to say. In collector's office, there was a canteen. So the contractor was not, or the contract did got over, then he gave it to women's self-help. Now it is functioning very well. You can do this in your districts. Second thing is, whenever you are going to district, you will find that there will be a closed building. There will be some building, in my case, there was a building in a tourism destination. It was a pilgrimage amenity center and it was closed. So we claimed it and he gave it to Kudumbasri. We gave the self-help, saying that you please run it, I am giving the infrastructure free, you do the operations. So they cleaned it, they purchased some mats, etc. And now they are running it as an amenity center company. So you can try this in your place. The point is, always think of women's self-help group to solve any problem. I think, my opinion, is that the single biggest challenge that our country faces is out of jobs. In a place called Kothiguda, I'm going to share a story of a person called Ramesh. Ramesh comes from a village called Kothiguda, which is about 60 kilometers from Raichur in North Karnataka. And Ramesh has never ever been to school. Never had a pencil in his life. 18 years old. Classic family tale. You know, they live on a 1 acre unarable farm. 10 siblings, 2 parents, 12 of them. Each of them together, all of them together pull in about 3,000 rupees a month. Right? This is Ramesh on the first day. Does that mean that everybody has the potential, but we are not exploited it? And that's the logical conclusion of competition, saying that everybody has the potential. It is just that some die without knowing what results die into. And it's just not training, and I don't call it as training because it's transformation. Transformation is a irreversible process. You transform somebody, he stays transformed. Right? Ramesh after can never become Ramesh before, ever again. Right? So generally, we build the capability of such women's collectives to first improve the human condition, as he also mentioned, that it is not only about economic empowerment. That self-view has to change, their ability to influence has to change. So social empowerment, political empowerment and economic empowerment, the whole thing is focused. Again, it's not enough. To sustain that improved human condition, the culture also has to change. If the existing norms, values continue, it will be difficult to sustain the change that will bring about. Like women can't do this, men can only do this, all such norms, because these norms only have created the today's world. So unless there is a change in culture, it will be difficult to sustain the improved human condition that is the first thing. So these women's groups not only work to improve the human condition of their members and all fellow villagers, but also work towards changing the norms which are against the poorest. Like there is a group in Hazaribagh who got a lower caste girl married to an upper caste boy against a decision of Jati Panchayat. Even men don't dare to go against the Jati Panchayat decision. The women's associations in that area could do that. So like that, there are various instances.
Session on leveraging technology for public service delivery included speakers from various walks of life, including Mr. Varun Sheth, co-founder and CEO Keto, Asia's largest crowdfunding platform; Ms. Chanchal Yadav, Secretary NDMC, who has developed a citizen-centric mobile app NDMC 311, which allows citizens to directly assess various civic services; and Shri AP Hota, CEO NPCI, the umbrella organization for all retail payment systems in India.
Asia's largest crowdfunding platform. We have very well supported by Bollywood celebrities, which has given us a lot of access and reach with 3 co-founders. And yes, that's a Bollywood actor. His name is Kunal Kapoor. His most famous movie is Rang De Basanti. We came together 2012 to start this venture. I'm very excited with what the work we've done in the last 5 years and what we aim to do in the near future. Our larger vision is that we aim to be a financial marketplace for SMEs, individuals and non-profits to raise funds not only through donations, we're a donation-based crowdfunding platform right now, but hopefully in the future through equity and debt as well. Why crowdfunding matters and what's the value we drive? One is, of course, we bring down the cost of fundraising significantly. Today, a lot of non-profits use offline medium of fundraising. They raise funds through multiple agents, and the cost of fundraising could be anywhere between 30 to 40%. What Keto does is we bring down the cost below 10% easily. The second thing we do very well is increase transparency and engagement and accountability in terms of projects getting funded. Anything that is getting listed on Keto is verified by our team. All the documentation is checked before fundraisers are approved and they go live on the platform.
What is this 311? 311 is the open protocol for non-emergency response. So far in our country, we have not really cared for the non-emergency civic platforms. There is only one uniform platform which is available, that is for emergency response for police and for ambulance, for fire, but not for non-emergency. So in West, especially in US, if you go to New York, Boston, any other city, there are 311 platforms available for the non-emergency platform and they are uniform. Since we have a lot of embassies in our area and lots of expats live here, so we went for the global open platform which is available. That's why we went for NDMC 311. Why it was required? Redressal. Citizens need only 3 things from government, and especially if you are a local body. They want their grievance to be redressed as soon as possible. They want whatever relevant information, whatever information affects their life to be disseminated to them. And if a problem is recurring again and again, they want a permanent solution. So these are very interesting examples. One sanitary inspector, he posted this picture after clearing these garbage bins, and we didn't found them nice. So we asked them that trolley needs repaint, and he posted this comment at 9:16 AM in the morning, and by 4 PM he painted them and posted them again. So this is the promptness with which we can work if the communication channels are direct.
India's RuPay card is the only domestic card payment system which has been able to survive. The rest of the country, except for China, the domestic card payment system, wherever it has been experimented, in a period of 2 to 3 years, it has been swallowed by Visa and MasterCard. In fact, we are in the RuPay is the only one which has stood on the ground, and today, without being mandated the way in China it has been mandated, no Visa, no MasterCard. In India, really, we have competed with Visa and MasterCard, and it has stood the ground, and today it is the largest domestic card payment system in the country. So that itself is an innovation in the world that people are amazed that how can you really, big giants like Visa and MasterCard, you have been able to do that. In the NSC, the athar-based payment system which was launched, that how do you really increase the digital footprints with Aadhaar and the mobile smartphone? So if the smartphone at the merchant is used as a POS, that itself can really solve, and merchant can be onboarded as much, can be into the digital platform, and the person who does not have a mobile phone, does not have a card, cardless, mobile-less customer can also be part of the digital platform.